students, today we are going to come across a very innovative, creative writing. Yes, one more add-on to your writing skills. It is actually a combination of notices, advertisement and invitations. Yes, and I am talking about a poster. Today we are going to learn how to make posters, and posters are nothing but, like I said, they are a combination of notices, advertisements and invitations. So let's go on further to see how it is. You're going to learn in this what is a poster, the guidelines how to make a poster, the marking scheme for the same, sample posters, how do you actually do them, and of course, we've never left you without practice, because you remember, practice makes man perfect. So yes, you have practice questions too. Now, what is a poster? A poster is a large notice announcing or advertising. I already told you, a combination. So it is announcing or advertising something that creates social awareness about any problem or need. It also conveys a social message in an eye-catching way, in an eye-catching manner. Now the poster has to be done so beautifully that it catches the eye of every person who comes across it. Yeah? Posters include both textual and graphic elements, although it may be either fully graphical or fully text. Now that depends. It all depends on the topic that you are working upon. How much can you actually depict it in the form of pictures, or if not possible, then obviously you have to go by way of text. So how do you actually frame a poster? How do you go about? It must be visually attractive. Obviously that's how a reader will notice it. Use graphics, different font size and shape. Use persuasive language, catchy phrases, slogans, etc. See, you have to be short, you have to be crisp, and you have to be precise. You have to tell exactly what you're looking for. You cannot frame long sentences in this. You have to go short and sweet. Include all important details within the word limit. Use designs, big and bold letters, different effects, etc. to highlight the main points. Do not forget to include all the necessary details such as date, time, venue, occasion or purpose, etc. Write issued by at the end. So when we come across a sample thing, I will bring it to your notice. Do not make any complicated drawing. See, it has to be very lucid. By lucid, I mean it has to be very simple, very, self-explanatory. The moment you look at it, you get the message from it. You don't have to make it very complicated types, right? Because you want every person who comes across it, every layman to even understand it. So obviously, if you make it very hi-fi and very complicated types, then the message will not be conveyed to everyone. So you have to be careful there. You have to write in a box, and here the most important thing, you have to time yourself. See, when it comes to creative writing, you have to give it good quality time. Why? Because you have to think and write. This is not something which you have prepared for. Yes, you have prepared for the guidelines, for the format, that's okay. But then, if you don't, the topic is there right there in front of you in the exam paper, so you have to work on the topic, right? But yet, you have to give yourself only 5 to 7 minutes. You cannot go beyond it, or else your other questions will suffer. So you have to be very tricky and very smart here. So looking at the marking scheme, the format where you have the title and name of the issuing authority, that carries 1 mark. The content takes 2 marks. Expression and creativity, that is grammatical accuracy and spellings, that's 1 mark. So it's a question of total 4 marks, and this is how it is bifurcated, right? So keeping all this in mind, you have to make sure that your poster is accurately done. Now, Here we have a sample poster. Yeah. So let's read the question to understand it better. Publicly, we proclaim that dowry is an evil, which we are all aware of. Privately, we want our sons to fetch good dowries. Now, you know, families, the elders, they are very smart. First, they nicely, declare very proudly, and, they said, oh, we want the, girl just in one sari. We don't want any dowry. But then, once the things are finalized, you will see that they start making their demands. They start giving in their demands. And the girl's side, obviously, when they stand no choice, when the things have already been finalized, they tend to go in for it. They say, okay, fine, let's do it. It's for our daughter. Like that emotional blackmail sort of. Yeah. Right from our school days, we should be taught that demanding and even giving dowry is not only illegal but immoral too. It is definitely not favored at all. Draw a poster in about 50 words highlighting dowry as a curse. It definitely is. You are Vikram of Vyoma. Now, whatever content is come, whatever is there in the question, you have to make sure that you enroll it in your poster. When you draw the poster, when you make the poster, it should all be there. Now, we had said we want slogans, we want different types of, highlighting words. So, here it goes. Dowry, a social evil, a curse. Say no to dowry. Now, you see these flashes? Marriage is not a deal. It is not about give and take, right? Be a man, not a beggar. So if you are a self-respected, a self-made man, please make sure that you take the responsibility of your spouse. So don't be a beggar, don't beg for a dowry. Now, what are the important points you want to highlight here? Dowry is an offense. Demanding, giving and taking, minimum punishment, 5 years imprisonment and 50,000 rupees a fine. Demanding and giving dowry is illegal and immoral, issued in public interest by Vikram. Now, do you see? It draws your attention. For those who are giving and taking or probably, planning to get married, I mean, the youngsters who are eligible, of course, when they come across this, these are eye-openers. They are eye-catching, yes, but at the same time, such posters are even eye-openers. Now, here is another example. Save environment, generate prosperity, save environment. You have the main thing. Don't burn dry leaves or garbage. Emits toxic and harmful fumes. It increases suspended particle matter in the air and pollutes it. Produces carbon dioxide, causing greenhouse effect. Disturbs the natural climate of the planet. Leads to cough, eye irritation and respiratory disorders. Municipal Corporation Bangalore has banned the burning of leaves and garbage. Any violation, depending on the scale, is punishable with imprisonment for a term extending to 5 years and fine up to 1 lakh rupees. Issued in public interest, Department of Environment, Bangalore Administration, save environment, generate prosperity. Now, do you see? So beautifully it is made. The poster, you can see that there, right? It is telling you exactly how to save environment, and it is literally giving you a warning as well. If you don't do, what will happen? So it is highly informative. Like we said, some can be textual, some can be with pictures. So this is sort of a combination of both. Now that you know them, you know how you are supposed to do it, obviously you need to practice. So right now, immediately, don't procrastinate, don't postpone. हाँ, बाद में कर लूँगा. Don't do that. Right now, take your books, take your pens and try this. A check vehicular pollution campaign is being organized in your city. You have to draft a poster to be used in the campaign. check vehicular pollution. Now, based on that, what is the information first? Now, just put yourself in the reader's shoes, okay? Put yourself there and just visualize. If you had gone to such a campaign, what all could you think of, when you read it? So based on that, what you can draw. Now, there's a lot of, if there's a lot of smoke coming out from behind the car, what are the harmful effects? Everything. You can put up so many things. There's another one. Water is precious and each one of us must stop wastage. Prepare a poster in not more than 50 words for creating that awareness. Now, you want to create awareness where you want to, inform people that, look, you all better stop wasting water. So in that case, what all can you think of? Just see where your mind is running. Be creative. Try thinking out of the box. Don't stick to the same methods. Go wild with your thinking. Run your imagination wild and come up with very good ideas. Yes? It should be innovative. It should be creative. It should be informative. The purpose for which you're making the poster should be solved. Another one, the third one, draft a poster announcing a book week being organized by the Cultural Society, Mumbai. See, you have people here who are actually doing it. So you have to prepare accordingly and make sure you do it. Yes? So book week, so all about books. Where does, reading lead you to? So a lot of things where you can talk about the book week, which is being organized by the Cultural Society in Mumbai. Yeah? You have 3 different poster making questions for practice. Please do them. I'm telling you, the more you practice, and once you start scribbling on your paper, first you make a nice rough one. Yeah. Make a rough one, which should also look nice. And then when you start penning it down, when you start thinking, I'm telling you, automatically ideas will be generated. Trust me for the same. You try one until you reach the third. You have to do all the 3 questions. Till you reach the third, you will be full of ideas. I am not kidding. So please go for it. This will really help to enhance your thinking and your creative writing. A true piece of writing is a strong weapon. It can change lives. So very well said. It is actually a strong weapon. If you write something very clearly, when you're conveying your message through your writing, through your poster, it definitely will change lives. Now, if you're talking about, the practice questions, maybe the book week, even it will, the water wastage, or even if you're talking about that, the vehicular pollution, that campaign, people will read it and lives will change. But that all depends on how creatively, how innovatively, and how much information have you given in your poster. Yes? So keep thinking hard and keep watching and keep learning.